Welcome, Zal.
Mm. 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 Welcome, welcome, young one.
Hello.
So, what a fascinating energy you present as, young one. A little bit of a first, shall we say.
Yeah.
Because you're a bit of an absorber, shall we say. You absorb the frequency. Oh, fascinating. Oh, no restriction, no hesitation. It just goes in, like a little sponge, young one. Fascinating. Oh, well, yeah. Anyway, where shall we begin, young Mary? Oh, this one's quite interesting.
That's fascinating. Does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah, I've got a strange history and weird layers of energy.
Okay. But that real willingness and just soaking it up, like no kind of sense of, well, I don't know. It's just like when you know, and it's bang.
Part of why I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. Fabulous.
It's fun.
Yeah. I love that.
It's a gift and a difficulty at the same time. Still, anyway.
Okay, we might come back to that. All right, so Zal, this is really just a chance for Bonita to meet us and for you to speak a little bit about the story with her, so that when you're talking to people, you've got your own kind of personal experience. It's not just what's come through on email. And if you have a question about the story, information at all as well. So maybe if we could just start with a little bit of understanding about the story courses that we'll be running, Zal.
Humans, you see, young one, are fascinating. Because humans live in a duality. That's no big surprise. But the duality they live in, you see, is, in regards that, within the expression of their physical, there are all their physical stories, all their stories of denial, and all the stories of how they have adapted to the reality, to the world that has been created and that they have created around them. For the normal human, shall we say, they can live through these stories without awareness, blame the world, you see, blame others, and not think anything of it. It's just the way life is. And then there comes these beings who begin to search. Because there is something within them. They don't know where it is. They don't know how it's there. They just know. A knowing that hasn't had to have been proved, but a knowing that's just there, you see. When a knowing such as that is just there, then that's where the difficulty begins for so many. Because now they know something, they don't know how they know. And they live within the other duality, the energetic duality, the true one story of them. The story of who they truly are. And so there comes forward a knowing of a possibility of a blissful self. Yet they're living within this experience of a reality that may not be completely supporting them. or that they know is not them. And so then they begin their journey. But so many look outside of themselves. So many wish for everything else to begin. Or even their internal journey becomes really more of an external journey because the beauty that they know themselves to be is too far away from them. It's there, but it's not me. It's out there. Oh, goodness. Yeah. The story of you, young one, is the story of where we begin to show you that the internal life, the internal love you are, is who you are. That all your journeying and all that you may have felt that you have endured, there's no doubt. But what has got you to this place that you have accepted that you are something more? The light that so many seek outside of themselves is within them, has been there for always, but just now you're able to hear it. And so the story of you is bringing you back to that knowing so that you can accept more of you and let go of your stories of past to manifest a future from your true knowing and not your human knowing. Not that we have anything against human knowing, but it gets you into a lot of trouble. Yes. Can you understand, young one?
Yes, absolutely.
But it's the fascinating energy with you, you see. All that we have just said is also quite a fascinating reflection of you, young one. Your internal knowing, your internal beauty. Quite an extraordinary journey you have been on. A journey not so simple sometimes. A journey of much proving, shall we say. But really, with who we know you to be, young one, there is nothing for you to prove. There is quite an extraordinary light that is you, undeniable. That once you allow yourself the acceptance of it, more peace and less proving will be required. Oh, yeah. You'll decide one day.
More peace, less proving sounds like a nice option, doesn't it?
Very nice. I'm ready for that now.
So what's interesting is the way we work on the story courses with the shifting stories is we start off with conscious process. So there's some, uncovering at that mental level because we're in the physical, and so we use the physical as the first starting point. But very quickly, and even include in that, we start working with frequency and energy to start to shift the stories. And by the end of the one day, DZAR gives us this beautiful process where we actually uncover a sound, our own frequency sound, that we begin to work with to shift the old energies and to expand the new energy of who we truly are.
Oh, that's so interesting.
So do you want to say anything about the sound and the frequencies are? Because I think that's an unusual, people, because the idea of us living within stories is not new necessarily for folks, but shifting it with sound is a different approach.
What's so funny is for the last 8 months, I've been looking for someone to do vibrational healing at my wellness center. We've got crystal bowls, Tibetan bowls, we have a theremin, we have all kinds of sound things. We have a vibrational therapy mat that I've crusted with all kinds of crystals for the chakras. And then yesterday we just brought in someone who does tuning forks and tuning, because it's true. I mean, like, you cannot heal unless you incorporate sounds into the healing.
Yes, perfect.
So it's everything you just said. Like, you could not have said it at a more receptive moment in my life for me to be on board with.
Yeah, because we're sound first. We're sound and energy first. So you're right. That's the key in a lot of ways. So do you want to just speak a little bit, Zara, about how we work with sound with you?
Well, so many humans are out of tune with themselves, young one. You see, let's talk a little bit with you. You, how do you absorb? You're a frequency. The majority of you is a frequency. When you allow frequency to enter you, you allow it without your thought, without your thinking, because that gets in the way. The beauty of sound, a sound created through knowing. Now, the sound created through knowing is that you are accepting who you are. It's not a thinking process. It's a being process. The energy of sound flows through your body and tells your body who you are, rather than you having to convince it, rather than you having to think your way through it and then doubt what you've just thought. Sound is pure, you see. But here's also something we wish you to accept. You can think about it for a while and then feel it. Then get rid of your thinking. And so it's this. If you use your sound to return to your wholeness, then what is there to heal, young one? You see, if you begin to accept you as whole, regardless of all that you have been through, you begin to turn a corner in your knowing. The sound begins to vibrate differently within you. The energy that you begin to accept then begins as a collaboration, not as something that, you have to fix me with. No, energy reflects energy. You're inviting in empty energy. You want to invite in whole energy, young one. That is why we are here. To return you to your wholeness. You're already whole, you've just forgotten it. And so the wholeness comes back, you feel it. When the vibration comes in, when you manifest your sound, you retune yourself, you retune your knowing. And then your beauty becomes realized, not because you have thought of it, because you have remembered it. It's perfect, really. And so then the energy reflects the energy that manifests your reality. And, bingo. What's that?
Bingo. It's just a saying when suddenly it all falls into place. You get your number.
Yes, okay. So you get, yes, that word, young man. Yes.
Bingo.
Bingo, goodness. Bit of a funny frequency, that one, yes. Can you understand? Excuse our funny language sometimes, young one.
It's so funny, Bonita, because DZAR often picks phrases that we would all know out of Gary's consciousness. So things like bingo, and they talked once about, they said going cold turkey, and they're all phrases that to us as humans make perfect sense. We know what it means to go cold turkey about something. Well, but for DZAR, because they understand it literally, it makes no sense. So then there was this long conversation they had. It was on one of our campfire webinars about all those poor little turkeys. Why are turkeys colder than any other birds? We should all be knitting little jumpers for the turkeys so that they're not cold. It's just, then we go off on this whole completely Hilariously bizarre tangent. So bingo is obviously another one of those. Yes, you've not drawn the bingo word from Gary before.
No.
But back to the healing and wholeness. It's a beautiful distinction, isn't it, about recognizing the wholeness that we already are. Even if the physical is actually going through something that doesn't feel very whole, it's not denying that, but recognizing that's the physical experience. Whereas the energy of us actually isn't being affected by that. It's the wholeness that we've always been.
Yeah. And I really appreciated the energy that was coming in. Because I could feel, I could feel what was being said.
Yeah.
And that allowed it to make absolute sense. It brought a level of clarity that resonated literally with every cell of my being.
Yeah, gorgeous. Perfect. Yeah. A wonderful sponge.
It's wonderful to be amazing, isn't it, young one? Yes.
And the part is we're all amazing. Like if we could all experience our wholeness and our amazingness, just
Such a different world. Yeah. Yeah.
That's our journey, young one. Perfect, yes. And so, little sponge, keep absorbing through your wholeness, remember. Keep absorbing.
accept.
Thank you, Zar.
Thank you so much.
We welcome you, young one.